Hey up lads and lasses, Fletch here from Ultimate Halo, and let's just take a minute to actually realise how on the whole it's been a pretty trash year in my opinion. Whilst I'm still content with the way that the channel is going, things would look very different at this point if it weren't for, I don't know, just a few small world events. Man, there is some screwed up stuff. But you know what? Don't worry, because there's a light at the end of this tunnel. At the end of that tunnel there's a beam of light. It's a circle? No, it's an O. It's full of light. It's goddamn Halo. So in this video, I'm going to take a moment to sit back, relax, and have a little bit of reflection of the things announced and speculated thus far. Just keeping you all in the loop, and let's roll that beautiful intro.
Ultimate Halo.
First and foremost, Halo Infinite. I could just stop the video there and sleep at night, but of course, let's break down the timeline for how things are going to look so far for Halo Infinite. It was only a few days ago since we should have actually seen Halo Infinite for the first time, as it was supposed to be E3. Now don't get me wrong, it was the right call to cancel it, but the decision is depressing nonetheless. Instead, due to it being cancelled because of COVID-19, we will first be seeing Halo Infinite news in July, which is next month for those of you who cannot read a calendar. In terms of what we'll see come July, that's a tough one to predict, because at this point it could literally go in any direction. They might just show off the campaign, just the multiplayer, both, or have a huge expose of loads of stuff and say, hey, the game's releasing on this date, y'all. Then we can all collectively shit our pants and sleep like babies until holiday this year. A man can at least dream, but as far as Halo Infinite goes, that's all we know thus far on this front. But on the back of how MCC launched, 343 did say that every Halo game will be getting a flighting. So at this stage, hopefully they will stick to this and release something, but who knows, because things change, especially right now with them all working from home. It's possible that I am being a little bit too demanding with that, but at the same time, I am just grateful that they're still developing it. But in my humble opinion, I do think that they will release one, and I'm throwing my hat in the ring to say surprise beta flights straight after the E3 replacement event for a couple of weeks, and then early to mid-November we should expect to see a release date. Lastly, on the Halo Infinite front, we know we are getting all of the Mega Blocks and toys, which I've made a full video on before. If you want to see that, link is in the description. But we also have seen some leaks of the Banished and much more, so I'm not going to show them because I don't want to run the risk of Mega Blocks coming after my channel. But with that in mind, let's move on to the next saucy thing that's been coming for Halo, and it came completely out of left field. Yes, that's right, this next bit of news did come out of left field because 58.2% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe and keep up to date with the regular Halo Infinite content, and let me know in the comments when you think Halo Infinite will release. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I did do you dirty there, but you could also argue that we were done dirty, that Firefight wasn't included with an ODST for the Master Chief Collection. Well, you know what, blessed day Halo fans, because Halo 3 ODST Firefight was literally announced yesterday and will be coming to the MCC. This is pretty big news, and I kind of liked how narrow ODST's version of this game type was, because it was cool what you could do in Reach in terms of customizing Firefight settings, but at the same time I personally like the idea of having a set experience and then working hard to master that specific experience itself. I don't know, I find that more gratifying personally. Exciting news regardless, but sadly there's no release date, it just says coming later this year, so it's looking like MCC is truly becoming the full Halo package. Now, speaking of packages, MCC on the PC flighting starts very soon for Halo 3, and out of all of the games, I'm most excited for this one so far, because PC fans, they never got to finish the fight, and if I'm honest, I'm glad I can go back and play Halo 3 rather than the Xbox one, because the field of view is just painfully narrow, so being able to expand on this is extremely exciting, as well as just playing online, because I've never stopped having fun on Halo 3 multiplayer. Hopefully all things should go well, and I'm kind of hoping that Halo 3 is released before the Infinite reveal. Then I think that's a perfect excuse to get fans hyped and riled up, then ready to see what Infinite has to offer immediately after. Then lastly, on the MCC front, we have Halo 3 ODST coming, and then Halo 4 with no release dates just yet. Then the PC package is finished up, and then we're good to go for games when it comes to Halo Infinite. Next, we are going to cover some of the books for Halo that you should read up on. The first one is Halo Shadows of Reach, which covers Master Chief and Blue Team post Halo 5, going back to the destroyed planet to retrieve top secret assets locked away in Dr. Halsey's laboratory under Castle Base. So if anybody remembers Castle Base, this was in Halo Reach, and you go there as Noble Team to retrieve Cortana and then escort her all the way to the Pillar of Autumn, therefore starting the events of Halo Combat Evolved. The initial date for this release was initially September, but it has been pushed to the 20th of October instead, so it's clear at this stage Infinite definitely won't be releasing before that date because it is a prequel to this game. This book in particular is what I'm looking forward to, so we can closely see how Chief is doing, particularly on the emotional front, and how Blue Team are helping him through everything that's been happening from Halo 4 onwards, as well as what Castle Base holds, because I'm fairly confident at this stage that it's another fragment of Cortana, as there is more than one that exists that we know of. Then on the back of that, I think it's likely that it's the fragment of Cortana we see at the end of the Halo Infinite Discover Hope trailer. Chief is walking into the control room, and if anybody noticed and saw the videos about the hidden audio that was in the trailer, that could be this extra fragment. I'm just going to play that for you now just in case you missed it.
I chose you because you were special. I knew we would be perfect together. This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me.
Next up in terms of books, we have The Art of Halo Infinite, which is what I'm extremely excited for. Concept art shows you the progression of the game and any ideas they had to bring the game to life, and there's no set release date just yet. I imagine it'll come out a little bit after the game, but this is one that was dropped by Amazon, and then 343 kind of confirmed it later on Twitter. I think it was more of an accidental thing, but nonetheless it exists. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if there are any other books in development, because 343 are always very active on the publishing front, so I would keep your eye out on all of their social feeds to keep up to date with any news on that. Can anybody guess how many years it's been since we saw the announcement of the Halo TV show with Steven Spielberg? I'll give you a hint, it's Bungie's favourite number. Yes, it's been 7 years. This has been in the oven for a very, very long time, and I'm still shocked that they're working on it and it hasn't kicked the can. I'm assuming filming has halted due to COVID-19, because I was aware that they were filming in Budapest, but who knows where the production is at. It's entirely possible they are done filming on that side and are now editing on that side of production. It's really hard to say, but hopefully we'll get a release date and an update soon enough on that. I would like to think it would come out this year, but it doesn't seem like it's related to Halo 5 or Halo Infinite or anything in between, as it features Master Chief, Captain Keyes and other various characters, and it's supposed to be a bit of an off-canon reboot of the story. It sounds like it could possibly reenact events around Halo 1. Who knows? I think that would be a good shout, sort of rekindle people's love for the franchise and the story, but once again, time will tell. So that practically covers everything that's releasing thus far, and if I have missed anything specific off, please let me know in the comments. I'm just going to take this opportunity to do a quick bit of speculation, and for those who have been sticking around for a while, just a very quick channel update so you know where we're at. First of all, I think it's likely we're going to get more books releasing on the whole, as well as other media such as toys, clothes for Xbox gear and what have you, but I probably think we're in for a lot of surprises. Of course, there are no events, everything on the marketing front will likely be done digitally, which is fine because it's safer, and later in the year maybe they are going to do some press events and I'd love to attend. In terms of my channel, just as a quick update, until July I'm not going to take my foot off the pedal as such, but you might see some upload consistency vary or upload on different days, just due to me wanting to keep videos fresh and not really wanting to force anything. I've been sat on one script for 2 weeks and I'm just not settled on it, and I'm not going to push anything out unless I know it's going to be a good video. When Halo Infinite is shown, you can expect my reactions, my breakdown, my theories, and when multiplayer and other elements start being shown, you can bet good money that I will be firing out that content. I'm still streaming on Twitch if you ever want to hang out and talk Halo, and as it stands, the channel is on track because we've recently hit our goal of 80,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for everyone everybody who's been a part of the ride so far. It's only going to get wilder. So that is all from me today, lads and lasses. My name is Jack Fletcher. You've been watching Ultimate Halo, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace out.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.